theoretical and experimental probability.
Thank you.
Can somebody tell me the difference between theoretical and experimental probability?
What actually is.
Yeah, so theoretical is, let's say we're theoretically determining the probability of rolling a even number on a dice. It would be what?
3 out of 6.
3 out of 6, which is
50.
50%, or
A half.
a half. But experimental is, I'm going to ask you to roll the dice 10 times. What was the probability that you actually landed on an even number? Okay? So out of that, your probability would be out of 10 times that you rolled, how many times you got the even number. That's the difference between theoretical and experimental. Okay? Any questions about that? So hopefully everybody understands the difference between the two.
Thank
All
you.
right? All right, so probability of an event happening, so like rolling an even number, is represented as P parentheses event. Okay? P means probability of something happening, so whatever the event is. And that is given by the total number of possible outcome. So on a dice, there's 6 sides, so that's my total possible outcome. And then on the top will be number of favorable, which means favorable outcome is whatever the outcome you want it to be. So whatever the event you want it to be. So I want to roll the evens, then it will be the number of even sides on a dice. Okay? So probability is always something over the total possible. Okay? So that's, and this is the proper notation for probability. Okay? Now, there's also the complement of an event. The complement will be then what is not the favorable outcome. So if I'm rolling a even number, right, then the complement of that will be your odd numbers. Okay, so the complement of an event will be the not favorable event. That's the complement. And these two together should total 100% or 1. Okay? Because this is what is not favorable and this is what's favorable. Okay? Any questions about how to write probability? All right. Now, besides probability, we're going to do odds in favor and odds against, which is totally different from probability. All right. So, odds in favor versus odds against. Sometimes they're going to say, what is the odds in favor of getting this? And then sometimes they say, what's the odds against it? Okay? They're different from probability. So these you write it as fractions, right? Probability is a fraction. And it's always over some total amount. Odds in favor, you write it as a colon. For odds in favor, you write in favor, whatever you want it to be, and then this will be not favor. Okay, so what is and what is not. Okay, odds against will be not in favor to what is in favor. So what is not to what is. Okay, that's how you do odds.
Wait, so
Okay.
you flip it around?
And there's no total amount here. Okay? So this is kind of like probability and its complement. Okay? So let's say I want to roll the evens. So now, what is the odds in favor of rolling an even number? Well, even would be 3 even, right? Then the other part would be, how many are not even?
3.
3. So my odds in favor of rolling an even would be 3 to 3 or 1 to 1. Okay? Not the total, there's no total amount there. Okay? I'll give you examples of this. So this is your odds in favor and odds against, and these are your probabilities. All right? So here's example number 1. "12 slips of paper with different names of the month. Find the theoretical probability that slip of paper selected at random has the name of the month that ends in ber."
Burr,
Ber.
October, November, December,
March.
September, October, November, December. That's
June.
it.
So this is how you would write it. Ready? Probability of landing on a burr or ending in a burr, right? That's my event.
Heck yeah.
So probability. So what's my total, first of all?
12.
12. Out of that 12 months, how many?
4.
4.
Also known.
So that's my probability, which
One
then can
third.
be reduced to 1/3.
Heck yeah, Julia.
Okay?
Do you want us to reduce that?
Yeah. Okay? So everybody understand where I got this?
No.
January, February, March, April,
April.
May,
Yeah, we're missing those.
June.
June,
June's
July,
Next day.
August, and then you got your September, October,
Wow.
November, December. There's 4 months out of 12, which ends in the burr.
Yeah, the
So
next day.
probability of picking a slip of
You said
paper
June starts tomorrow.
And then I said.
is 4 out of 12. Okay, which is 1/3. Okay? Any questions with probability?
Wait, is that it?
Yeah.
No.
What the?
All right, example number 3.
Is this our last example?
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah. This guy's
I have a
rolling.
spinner.
It looks more like an oval, but oh, what a slide. Oh, we got
Let's do blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have a spinner that's blue and red with numbers on them.
Have a chance.
Find odds in favor of spinner landing on an even number.
So we'd get those little time codes.
4 over 8.
Odds in favor of even.
4.
Odds
colon
is
eight.
colon,
No, 4.
and it is, because it's an odds in favor of even, it's even. And what's not even?
Odd.
Oh,
So how many are even?
4.
And how many are not even?
4.
So odds in favor
to do it
of
like that?
picking an even is 1 to 1,
this place?
not total amount.
Are you gonna make us like break it down like that? Like even, not even, then 4 to 4, then
No,
1
you
to
just better
1.
give me the correct
Oh,
answer.
heck yeah.
Okay, so let's do odds and get odds against. Landing on
20.
a number
We just solved pi.
less than 4.
Oh, shoot. So 3
3 out of 8.
3 out of 5.
Odds against
5.
less,
There's 5 other
Can you
numbers.
land on 4?
So
it has to be less than 4.
It's your whole thing.
Huh?
You're counting the whole thing.
No. Odds against means not less than 4. So it goes not less than 4 to less than 4.
So it's
So how many are not less than 4?
3.
5.
What? Oh yeah, 5. I thought you meant
And how many are less than 4?
3.
So odds against less than 4 is 5 to 3. There is never, ever the total amount in your odds. And I keep hearing you guys saying the total amount in your answer. Okay? So if it's odds in favor, it's always what it is to what is not. If it's odds against, it is what is not to what it is. Okay? If you understand the difference between the two. Okay?
Let's go.
All right, I'm done.